WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents
6:27 to go. Buck to Westhoff again. Open, Schwartz, up the middle, shot score! It's a power play goal.
And Missouri State needed that tally at this point.
This one comes from the point as Westhoff gets it to the open man. And it was swept home. And Sturm gets the goal.
Missouri State University Ice Hockey.
Good forechecking by the Ice Bears' Tyler DeVoe. Now behind the net, up in front, drive, score! It came off of DeVoe in front to Tyler Stewart, and Missouri State takes a 1-0 lead.
With the call, here's Steve Casson.
And live from MediaCom Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is Game 3 of this showcase between Missouri State and their next opponent, the Kansas Jayhawks. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson along with Alex Somm, as Missouri State is 1-1 this season thus far. The Ice Bears with a 4-2 loss in Game 1 to Nebraska on Friday. They gave up the last 2 goals in the first 50 seconds of the third period, but yesterday turned around against Arkansas by the strength of a Carson Comer power play goal to win 3-1. And Missouri State is 1-1 this season. Kansas also 1-1. On Friday, a 6-5 win over Arkansas, and that was highlighted by a goal with 7 seconds remaining in the third period. Kansas trailed by as much as 3-0 after the first period, but they come back, that is, to win. Nebraska beat Kansas yesterday by a score of 9-2. And we will talk with Andy McConnell, the head coach of the Kansas Jayhawks, and talk to him about that game and his thoughts about the future of his young hockey squad. For this afternoon's game, the referees, which have, for the most part, done a great job here officiating this weekend, and they've had a tough job for sure. But it will be Terry Farrar and Andy Bethman. Tepi Sakuma will be the linesmen. Starting goaltenders. For Missouri State, it'll be Graham Nave. And for Kansas, it is Ben Smith, the sophomore out of Savage, Minnesota. It is time to announce the starting lineups for both teams as they pick up the pucks right after the warm-ups. Division III, they do it a little bit different, where they do the warm-ups and go straight into the game here. A fairly spirited crowd as they make their way into MediaCom Ice Park on this rainy Sunday afternoon in Springfield. In just a moment, we'll head on down to Kevin Thurl, the public address announcer, for the starting lineups between Kansas and Missouri State. But it has been a great showcase, and if all goes well, we'll do it again next year to start the season.
And now for your starting lineups for this afternoon's game. For the visiting Kansas Jayhawks.
And in just a moment, we will have that starting lineup for you as we get our public address feed set up here momentarily.
Starting at a forward, number 13, Miles Manson. Starting on defense, number 23, Brent Bachman. Starting on defense, number 24, Andrew Fisher. And starting in goal for the Kansas Jayhawks, number 1, Ben Smith. The Jayhawks are coached by head coach Andy McConnell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in the heart of the city, located on the east side of beautiful downtown Springfield, Missouri, inside the east rink of the Mediacom Ice Park, the house that Stan built. It's time. Everyone on your feet. Let's meet your Missouri State Ice Bears. Starting at a forward, number 15, Chaz Palumbo. Starting at a forward, number 91, Chase Dobler. Starting at a forward, number 19, Christopher Rita. Starting on defense, number 11, Nolan Westhoff. Starting on defense, number 5, Craig Berry. And starting in goal for the Missouri State Ice Bears, number 35, Graham Ney. The Bears are coached by head coach Cody Blevins and assistant coaches B.J. Norman, Jake Keller, and Tyler Ellis. And fans, let's take a moment to greet tonight's officiating crew, referees Terry Farrar and Andy Bethman, and linesmen Tepi Sakuma. And now, fans, please remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your caps for this afternoon's presentation of the national anthem.
Our national anthem at Mediacom Ice Park, the Stan Melton Ice Arena, on a rainy Sunday afternoon. This is Game 5 of 6, and I've heard it called the Pacific Showcase, the Route 66 Showcase, the MSU Showcase. Well, it's a fun time here this weekend, so we hope you'll enjoy watching these two teams, and of course we'll keep tabs on Nebraska and Arkansas. They are playing in about 25 minutes or so as you take a look at the head coaching staff for Missouri State. The Ice Bears will skate from the left to the right, and from the right to the left it will be the Kansas Jayhawks. The leading scorer for Missouri State is Chaz Palumbo. He has 2 goals. And this is a hockey team that has had trouble in the past couple of games scoring any goals. We'll see what happens here today. Meanwhile, off the draw, the puck is in the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears quickly get it up to center ice. It's sent all the way in by Christopher Rita, where it'll be corralled by the Jayhawks, and they move quickly up on the left side to Preston McConnell. Too far for him. It's an icing call. 20 seconds gone in this first period. Face-off will come all the way down to the Jayhawks end of the ice. And no, we're gonna face it off at center ice. I think the officials determined they made a mistake. So face off at center ice. In to take the draw, Preston McConnell, and for Missouri State, it's Chase Dobler. Dobler wins the draw but lost the handle on it, and it's sent back in the Missouri State end. Battle for it along the goal line, intercepted by the Ice Bears. They come out of their own zone with authority. Here comes Chase Dobler. Backhander in, just misses wide. Far side boards, held in by Barry. He'll send it down to the half boards, intercepted by KU, taken by Nico Wasserstrom. He gives it up on the left side, up the middle. We're going to get a penalty. It's going to go against Missouri State. A drive in, save by Nave. Rebound, where is it? It's underneath Nave. He'll hold on, but the first penalty will be assessed to Missouri State. Probably on the hook. Already 3 shots have been recorded on that flurry right there, but it will be Craig Berry going into the penalty box. First power play for the Jayhawks. This one, 51 seconds into the period. So Missouri State has to kill, but off the draw, the puck is out to center ice, went underneath the stick of Dawson Engel. Now the Jayhawks into the Ice Bears zone. Right side, picking up his own pass is Brad Glass. Gets it to the left point. Now to Bennett. Brevin Bennett to the right side now. Kansas working at high slot once again to Bennett in front. Save, rebound, loose. It's still on the doorstep, and the Ice Bears are able to clear it. Kansas coming out with authority here, and Missouri State just on their heels as Engel will carry it in the zone. Down the middle, he has some room. He gets a shot off, tipped in front, and a save by Nave as he, instead of getting the shot off, passed it in front. And a big save there. Missouri State thwarting Kansas, trying to take the lead in this hockey game. Missouri State in the first game against Nebraska gave up a goal a minute and 20 seconds into the hockey game. Now we're a little less than 2 minutes old with 46 seconds remaining in the power play. Nave has to make a save from the left side shot off of McConnell's stick. It's behind the net, near side boards. And I think there's either a broken stick or a lost stick into the corner. Now a shot from the right side is steered aside. That was Bachman. Brent Bachman, now left side again, a drive sails wide, 23 seconds to go. Bachman picks it up. He'll go to the high slot. He'll get it to Manson now, who gets a shot that's blocked as Miles Manson sees the puck go right by him and into the Kansas bench. 14 seconds remaining in the power play. 17:23 to go in this period. Face off to the right of Graham Nave. Buck to the near side boards. Dugout taken by Manson. He'll instead send it over to the right side. Going to go to Bachman. Now back to the left side. Power play is over. We're still no score. Barry goes to the bench. Ice Bears are short for a moment till they can get a guy on. Now Nave has to make a save as it came right in front to him. 17:02 to go in the period. And a face-off inside the Missouri State zone. So if there were any bus legs, which obviously there isn't for Kansas, you wouldn't know it. They've come out strong here in this first period. They have 7 shots. Missouri State yet to get a shot in this contest. And they're on their heels. Dobler can't clear it. Sails wide again. Near side boards. Holding it in. Defenseman Nick Rakowski. And then finally it's cleared out to center ice all the way down. Dobler is there to chase. Stepping in front of him is Jeff Anderson. Goes to the corner. Ice Bears keep it in a line, but here might be a break. Ben Isles. Isles with it, he shoots, save by Nave. He covered up the 5-hole. Now the rebound in front, and Nave has to make another save. Here's Kansas again with a drive that just tipped wide as Rakowski got that one, and it's cleared out to center ice. Ice Bears have it. It is taken away from the attempt to corral it by Christopher Rita. Now the Ice Bears, again, Rita in front, he shoots, blocker save, rebound, trying to chop at it. Not able to get it was Taylor Eiselburn. Puck out to center ice. Missouri State in their own zone. Line change for both teams. Ice Bears cough it up. Now down the middle, a drive that misses wide as it was Grant Anderson with that shot. Behind the net again, near side boards. Eiselburn, he's able to get it out to center ice and send it into the KU end. Puck held in, on the line, high slot. Here's Barry, he shoots, tipped in front and just missed. As Christian Catalano was right there in the slot to tip it away, but he just missed the left, or the right side, actually left as you look at it. As the goaltender looks at it, that is. 15:20 to go in the first period. Right out in front, drive, score. Oh, what a nice pass. That came from Dawson Engel, and it is a 1-0 lead for Kansas. Just a beautiful play there by the Jayhawks. And that really left Grant Nave out to dry. So Engel, after taking a check, picks up and just a nice backhander over across, and Kansas takes the 1-0 lead. We'll catch the call in a moment. I think Charlie Whitelaw is the one that will get credit for the goal. But it's 1-0 in favor of Kansas. Play is at center. Shoved right back in by Christian Kuzo. And for the second time in this showcase, Missouri State has given up the first goal. Puck cleared out to center. Yesterday's game, the Ice Bears had a power play goal.
Kansas goal scored by number 16, Brevin Bennett. Assisted by number 7, Grant Anderson, and number 25, Dawson Engel. Time of the goal at 4:44 of the first period, scored by number 16, assisted by number 7 and number 25.
Well, that's who they're going to give. We'll see if we can take a look at that one more time and see if indeed that was the case. And it looks like that may be indeed the case. So Brevin Bennett, the freshman out of Overland Park, Kansas, gives the Jayhawks a 1-0 lead. Anderson with an assist. Also give one to Dawson Engel. Meanwhile, the Ice Bears having trouble again. They'll get it out of the zone. Lead pass too far, and this would have been an icing, but it was on goal. So the Ice Bears get the benefit of the puck being on net. Otherwise, it would have been an icing call. 1-0 Kansas. Bennett. Play is underway, and the Jayhawks will get it out of their own zone with a backhander by Manson into the Missouri State end. Chased down by Preston McConnell. He sends it to the far side. Ice Bears intercept. They do get a chance to clear it. Lead pass, too far for the stick of Chaz Palumbo. And it's Kansas with possession. McConnell out of Liberty, Missouri, the only Missouri product on this hockey club. The rest either come from Illinois, Florida, Kansas, Minnesota, Quebec, Arizona. We get an icing call here. 3:20 remaining in the period. Make that 13:20 remaining in the period, and a 1-0 lead for Kansas. Face off to the right of Ben Smith. Kansas wins it again. That's the 4th consecutive face-off they've won. Shot tipped wide, just in front by Nathan Hendricks. Ice Bears try to tie this up. A bouncing shot that deflected, and making the pad save was Smith as he had to stretch his right leg pad out to make sure he kept it out of the net. Full line change by Kansas. Ice Bears trying to catch them. They get it into the zone. Chase down in low. Ice Bears working the puck. moved behind the net as Carlo Robello was the one that played it down in low in front of the Missouri State bench, and the Ice Bears do clear it out to center ice. Kansas will recover. Andrew Fisher gets it to the far side, but the Ice Bears are able to clear it out. Chasing it and not getting there in time was Christian Catalano, but the Ice Bears will regroup and send it up to Catalano again. He's knocked off the play. And a couple of hits later, it's Kansas with possession. 12:10 remaining in the period. Steve Casson, Alex Somm, thanks for tuning in on WebSports Radio. Puck tipped away and sent in behind the Kansas net. Backhanded by Brad Glass, out to center ice. Tipped it in front to Connor Ryan. Kansas with a line change. Here comes Anderson. Jeff Anderson gets a shot in, sends it to the corner. Dawson Engel there. Intercepted by Missouri State. Tyler Elserburn. Intercepted and cleared out to center by Missouri State and Christian Catalano. Line change for Missouri State with 11:27 to go in this first period and a 1-0 Kansas lead. Battle for to the Missouri State end. Check applied by Bachman. Ice Bears can't clear it. Now through a maze of skates. Where is it? Nave is able to see it. We've got a couple of players who've lost their sticks and finally gets caught up in Christian Catalano's equipment. And we'll have a face-off with 11:01 to go in the period. One 1-0 Kansas. Puck cleared out to center ice. Chasing it and almost getting a stick on it was the Ice Bears' Jason Small, but it's Kansas with possession. Logan Haverstrom, the senior, gets it up off the boards and out back into the Missouri State end. Intercepted. Taken by Bachman. Now it's Reese Doughty with it. Bachman will get it again. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Missouri State. Here come the Ice Bears breaking in all alone as Palumbo. He gets a shot off and a save by the goaltender Smith. So Palumbo with a great opportunity. Smith comes up with an even better save. And with 10:14 to go, it's still a 1-0 lead for Kansas. The only thing Missouri State is doing well at this point is catching Kansas in a line change, but they have yet to get any sustained pressure. Shots are 10-3 in favor of Kansas. Puck sent all the way down to the Missouri State end of the ice. No icing, it's been waived. Vinnie Milburn is there for Missouri State. Kansas able to get possession. McConnell drive in, sends it over to the right side. That misses wide. And Missouri State having all sorts of trouble getting it out of their zone. Puck comes in on the left face-off circle, taken by McConnell. He'll send to the far side. Dropped down in low once again by Fisher. Back to the near side again. And out to center. Off the stick of Nico Waterstrom out of Roselle, Illinois. Kansas out of their own zone. McConnell, left side, into the zone. Gets it over to Manson. Back to McConnell. They play with it on the left face-off circle. 9 minutes to go in the period. 1-0 Kansas. Bouncing puck sent over the net. Missouri State having all sorts of trouble keeping the puck out of their own defensive zone. They finally get possession and they are able to move it up. But instead, they'll set things up and get the puck intercepted. Here comes Ben Isles. Drive in, and Nave will swallow that one up. 8:39 remaining in the period. Coming up at the first period intermission, we'll have a talk with the head coach of the Kansas Jayhawks and Andy McConnell. Meanwhile, play is underway and it goes into the Kansas zone. They're not able to clear it though. Check applied into the corner by Bachman. Sent down in low with 8:22 to go. Puck sent behind the Kansas bench, or excuse me, by the Kansas net as Missouri State tries to go to the bench and change up. They only got 2 players on that shift. Puck in the Missouri State end. Shots are 11-3 in favor of Kansas, and they lead on the scoreboard. The only goal at 4:44, and it is Brevin Bennett's goal. The assist goes to Anderson and Engel. That's where we stand right now. Play across the line in the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears with a line change. And now we get a slashing call against Kansas. Bennett will go. So he scores a goal. He's now called for a penalty on the slash that he applied to Chaz Palumbo. First power play opportunity for Missouri State. First penalty for the Jayhawks. So the Ice Bears will go on the power play. And Missouri State is 2 for 6 on the power play, combined the last 2 games. See what they can do here. Chase Dobler drops it down in low, gets it to Palumbo. Chaz works with it. Real name Peter, goes by Chaz. Up high. Here's a drive in. Tipped in front, just missed by Palumbo, who's right there. Goes to the point and out to center ice, as doing his best was Gray to keep it in. Now the Ice Bears will set things up one more time across the line. Here's Chase Dobler. Had a power play goal in Friday's game, but it's picked away from him and cleared out to center all the way down by Nick Rakowski. 1:09 remaining in the power play, 6:36 to go in the first period. And a fairly good crowd here for a Sunday at Mediacom Ice Park on the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Steve Casson, Alex Somm, thanks for joining us. Normally, as we get Barry upended, we do Missouri State Division I games, but they, of course, are in, well, they're actually back now. I think they got in yesterday, but they were in Illinois State, swept the Illinois State Redbirds. So Missouri State Division I squad is 2-0 this season to start 17-18. And our next broadcast will be next Friday. We'll have it for you right here on WebSports Radio. That'll be against Southern Illinois Edwardsville. But Missouri State does play next Thursday. They have a 7 o'clock game against Robert Morris Peoria before they head up to Iowa State. Here come the Jayhawks in the Missouri State zone. Nave has to make a high save on the shot by Rakowski. Ice Bears finally clear it out. They're going to work with it. Right side. Here's Elserbrand with a drive. It's deflected off the back of the net, and the goaltender, Smith, comes out to cover it up. So we'll have a face-off and a line change for both teams with 3 seconds remaining in the power play. Off the draw, the Ice Bears will have it. A blast up, sticked into the corner by Smith as that blast came from Gray. Now with a 5-on-5 in the left face-off circle, Palumbo drops it in low. Gets it up the middle, but it's intercepted by the Jayhawks. Near side boards held in, though. A blast that sails wide by Justin Koch, and it's out to center ice. Down to the Missouri State end for Gray. Gray out of St. Louis, Missouri, 5'11", 160. Ice Bears have it, and unfortunately, the stick was knocked out of Christopher Rita's hand because the Ice Bears were looking to break him, but they cough up the puck, and they almost give up a breakaway. Shot comes right up the middle. That breakaway in front was to Grant Anderson, and Nave had to steer that one aside. So both goaltenders making a couple of quick saves here as the line change completes for Missouri State. Now with 4:33, puck to the near side. It is cleared out to center ice, where it'll be Reese Doty. Doty sends it to the far side, now working it in front and getting pulled down. We're going to get a penalty as Craig Berry gets pulled down in front. So another Kansas penalty will go to Missouri State for the power play. Let's rephrase that. It's another Kansas penalty. Missouri State will go on the power play. Or are we going to get both? Hold on, we may get both. We get a slash and a hold, I believe. So forget what I just said. They'll be coincidentals. Catalano has 2 minutes. And Connor Ryan of Kansas has 2 minutes. For slash and I believe interference. Well, we'll catch it from Kevin Thurl, the public address announcer, and just exactly what was called. Shots are 12-5 in favor of Kansas, now with 1:46 remaining in the 4-on-4. Puck sent into the KU zone. Ice Bears have it. Down the middle, a shot that was blocked as Westhoff was able to get that one. Carson Komar up the middle. Westhoff, he shoots, hit the side of the net.
Penalties on the play to Kansas Jayhawk number 19, Reese Dottie. 2 minutes for roughing at 15:39 of the first period. To Missouri State Ice Bear number 20, Christian Catalano, 2 minutes for slashing. Both penalties at 15:39 of the first period.
Well, they're announcing Dottie with the penalty, so maybe they accidentally put 18 instead of 19, so they have 18 up on the clock and they announce 19. At any rate, there's 57 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Here come the Ice Bears. Chase Dobler, right side. Dobler shoots, hits a skate off the side of the net. Dobler is able to pick it up. Dobler looks in front. Nobody there. Tried a backhander, and it was blocked. Rita will come in to pick it up for Missouri State. Now Connor Ryan is there. So it definitely isn't 18. It is 19 as Ryan is on the ice. He just went to the bench. Puck stolen. Here's a shot by Preston McConnell, and Nave has to make the save, and it's cleared all the way down, and no icing. Good play by Rita to wave off the icing, but here come the Kansas Jayhawks. Brevin Bennett. Bennett across the line. 2:35 remaining. And we will talk with head coach Andy McConnell at the first period intermission. Nave has to make a couple of saves, one of them on Dawson Engel, who does have an assist in the only goal in today's game thus far. Puck cleared on the left side. Missouri State across the line. Now trying to send it right in front and losing it was Elserbein. It'll come to the corner, poked away, and out to center ice on a good poke check by Justin Koch. Kansas back with 2:02 to go in this period, out of their own zone. Quickly, left side across the line. Engel to chase, gives it up. Now right in front is an opportunity for Grant Anderson, and as he tried to maneuver to the right side, he lost it. Kansas again. Left side, drive that's blocked as it came off of Fisher's stick. Kansas working it again. So in 1:34, it'll be the end of the period, and if Missouri State can escape being down 1-0, head coach Cody Blevins is probably going to talk about puck possession. 1:25 remaining. Out of the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears not able to clear it as far as they wanted to, as Christian Catalano got checked a little bit when he was trying to make the play. Now getting held is Elsterburn. It'll go to the far side. Ice Bears still with it. Nathan Dallas on the ice now. He had it taken away with less than a minute to go in the period. Sent down in low, behind the net. Working it is Robello. He's checked hard by Brad Glass. Left side drive, tipped just wide. That one came off of the Ice Bears' Vinnie Milburn. Meanwhile, the Ice Bears have to chase it back into their own zone. They tried to get it out, but it was flipped up and maybe deflected. And it was definitely deflected, but by who? And it looks like Missouri State. Either way, faceoff does stay in the zone. Shots 16, make that 14-6. As Nave has to make a save through traffic, he fought that one off on the shot by Bachman. Cleared out by Christian Kuzo, but Kansas sends it right back in. Bachman does. It's off the glove of an Ice Bear, and then falling down and getting a shot was Logan Haverstrom. Listed at 5'9", 140, but on the skates, he looks, that's why, because it's 19, not 9. As that's Reese Doughty, the graduate, listed at 6 foot 195. So 1 period of play in the books as the buzzer sounds. Shots 15-6. So Graham Nave stops all but 14 of the 15 shots, and Ben Smith doesn't allow any goals on 6 Ice Bears shots. Penalties, 2 each for 4 minutes apiece. Power plays, 1 each, and they both have not scored on the power play. The only goal at this point is the 1 goal by Bennett. That one coming at 4:44. And we'll see if we can take a look at that one more time for you without the interference there. But that one just a nice backhanded pass and flip up into the net, which had Grant Nave scrambling. And that's where we stand right now with a 1-0 lead in favor of the Kansas Jayhawks. We'll take a break, and when we come back, talk to the head coach of the Jayhawks, and Andy McConnell. We'll do that in a moment. It's 1-0 Kansas after 1 period of play.
Hi, my name's Scott Morris. I own Falstaff's Local. It's the new hockey bar in town. You're missing out if you don't come and watch some Blues games down here. You'll also be able to hear the sound of all the games. We're located between the Hers building and the movie theater on Park Central West. We have a limited but great menu. We're open for lunch. We are the hockey bar, so come and watch all the hockey games. We're going to cover MSU Ice Bears, the Springfield Express, and we may have some big-time NHL players show up. We are installing a train whistle down here. I think we're the only ones in town that are daring to do that. Please come and see us at Falstaff's The Hockey Bar. Thanks a lot. I will see you soon.
Back at MediaCom Ice Park, Steve Casson, Alex Somm on WebSports Radio. Talking with the head coach of the Kansas Jayhawks and Andy McConnell. And Andy, you know, Kansas is one of those teams that, I mean this dearly, but you don't know if they're around sometimes because, you know, I know it's a student-run organization, yep, and maybe it's a tough time getting games, but there's a new leadership, there's you, there's a bunch of staff that you have together that's very, yep, responsive, and I know you want to take this program to new heights.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've ran into some bumpy waters in the first couple years when we regrouped and re-put together this program. Learning how to do it. I'm a young coach. I have a young coaching staff, and figuring out how our communication with the players, with the school, and also being in Kansas. There's not a lot of rinks as there is other places. So, you know, there's just striving through difficulties and figuring it out, putting the best players you can on the ice.
One of the things that you did was to start the season off with a fantastic win. Yep. You're down 3-0 after 1 period of play to Arkansas. So if you look at the handwriting on the wall, this game's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but there was no quit in this in the Kansas Jayhawks team.
Yeah, that was showed a lot of character of our boys. We have a lot of veterans returning that have been with us through thick and thin, and we knew even going down 3, we've been down worse and better against better opponents. And Arkansas is an excellent opponent, but there's just no quit, like you said. And coming off the road, you know, tired legs, and we were asleep that first half of that period, and kind of woke up and just started chipping away at it. Ended up winning with 7 seconds left, and showed a lot of character.
Of course, we had the Missouri State game over here, and I'm hearing cheers and more cheers and more cheers, and I'm thinking, oh, Arkansas is scoring.
Mm-hmm.
No, It's not Arkansas.
Yep.
And it's obviously a big high for this team to grab that win. But unfortunately, with highs, there becomes some lows, and last night, a 9-2 loss to Nebraska, a little tough, but you can't argue. Nebraska right now is looking like
They're
the
good.
top team in this showcase.
Absolutely. I know they practice a lot. They looked like they've been sharing a lot of ice time together. Their systems were pretty phenomenal. They didn't miss very many passes. They were physical. And when they got opportunities, they capitalized. We played 18 minutes shorthanded with penalties, which is going to be a struggle no matter how good you are. So there's a lot that we took away from that game. Keeping it consistent. We were pretty inconsistent between shifts, and we just got to bear down. And I still say there was no quit. They finished all the way through. It was a tough game, and we're still so young and figuring out how to play together. It showed, but yeah.
You talk about being a young team, but you only have 5 freshmen.
Correct.
So you have juniors, you have seniors, you have sophomores.
Correct.
If you want to look at it grade-wise, you're not a young team.
Correct.
But at the same time, the organization as a whole is trying to learn, and you're, of course, as a new coach, you mentioned, trying to grow a system that you believe in. Mm-hmm. And so there is that transition. But all in all, you look down and you have a full roster. That wasn't the case a few years ago.
Correct. Yeah, we were scratching together players and coming in with sometimes 15, 16 guys, just trying to put something together. We love the game, but it's a lot more fun when you win, and the full roster definitely helps. And you're right, we do have a lot of older players, but playing together, we've had some transition. So it's in scratches and figuring out how to play together. We've only had 4 practices. I think our school semester started a little later than some other schools. So we've only had the ice for 4 practices, and this is a good first opening weekend against some really good competition and learning how to play together, line in, line out.
Now, is it tough to be able to continue to get practices? Do you have a nice facility that you can, for the most part, call your home?
Correct. Yeah. We have for a practice, we play at Independence Event Center, and we practice at Line Creek. So it's a little difficult, but it is ours. We have scheduled practices Sundays and Tuesdays right now. They're late, but we take what we can get. That's where we are right now. Again, it's tough. You're just kind of working through the growing pains of a new program, but we love it. So,
Andy McConnell joining us, the head coach of Kansas. Well, let's talk a little bit about your background. You've played before.
Mm-hmm. I played in Kansas City High School, AA, for the Kansas City Stars, now the Kansas City Jets. Came to KU and played my freshman year. Ended up putting it down for a little while, and the team folded. And then my senior year, met a couple guys that wanted to continue the program, and so we put it together. My little brother was coming in with some of his friends who just finished up playing AAA and some NA players. So, again, for the love of the game, just to get on the ice and say, hey, we have something here. We regrouped and put it together, and then I played with that team, and then I graduated and took on the coaching role for the Jayhawks.
You only have one Missouri player.
Correct. Yeah.
The rest is from out of state.
Yes.
So where are you getting these guys from?
There's KU, thank God, is a good feeder school from the Minnesota, Chicago, Illinois. And then we got Florida. We're kind of a hodgepodge, Virginia this year. From all over the country, really, which is neat. There's a lot of different styles of hockey, a lot of different kinds of players. The camaraderie is pretty fun, really. You get just a mix of players that have played from all over the place, and it's special when it works.
And that's going to be a positive, because as this team continues to grow, we've already established you have the roster, you have the attitude and the want to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you get a little pipeline going. Before long, Kansas is not going to be, and I mean this very nicely, the doormat.
No.
People aren't going to look at Kansas anymore. They're going to say, that's a tough team. We got to watch out for them.
That's what we're wanting, just to compete put together the best team. And like I said, it's a fun game, and it's a lot more fun when you win. And we're learning that. And we really pride ourselves with how far we've come. Really want to say thank you to Arkansas, because in our bad times, they continued to play us, and that was sometimes the hard part, is when you're when you are the doormat, sometimes people don't give you the time of the day. So, and it's hard, because there's some really good programs, and being able to grow through that has been awesome. So.
Well, the next question is getting a schedule. Obviously, you want to try to play some of the top team.
Right.
You're playing here in the showcase.
Right.
You have the border
war against Mizzou.
Yeah, so you have that.
Yep.
What other teams do you have ready to go?
Creighton is, from what we've heard, we've been scouting. It sounds like they've got a better team this year, so we're excited to play them. Washburn University out of St. Louis, they should be a good test. Nebraska again, we'll play them again. They agreed to play us. That's later in the season, so hopefully we'll regroup and really show them a good battle. I think that score last night doesn't reflect how we played, but getting back to practice, getting back to fundamentals, and putting it together to show them a better matchup.
You have a couple of seniors as goaltenders, and Ben Smith, a sophomore. You've got a dedicated backstop in goaltending, and that's usually what you want to build around. So when you have that, now yesterday's game, again, you can't take, like you say, a 9-2 game and blame it all on the goaltender. There's other things that are involved. But once that clicks, this is, again, going to be a team that people are going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and getting our goalies, having that sound guy in your cage is critical. It gives everybody else a little boost. So, we're looking forward to really continuing to grow and continue on our success from last season, bringing it home. So,
now, one of the other problems that you may have is counting the goaltenders. You have 7 seniors.
Correct.
So, in a sense, as you just developed your team, you're going to have to start recruiting again.
Right, and we are. And luckily, some of the seniors, they're doing the 5th-year program, and we're able to keep them. But, it's figuring out how to transition from one year to another and regroup, and we're finally getting into where we can actually send guys and recruit, and communication with the school is good. So we're getting knowledge of people that are interested in hockey, that want to come to KU, and being able to talk to them. I got my first taste after last season, being able to go and communicate with the players that are interested and say, hey, come and play with us. I did it with Andrew Fisher and Nico Wazerstein. And so that's been good, and just getting better at that. It's little things that we just continue to get better at and learning,
Andy McConnell joining us, the head coach of the Kansas Jayhawks. And one final question here. You talk about being able to work with the university. You're still technically a club sport.
Correct.
Not necessarily, or are you supported by the university at all?
We're an affiliate. They give us a little bit of money. Being student run, you gotta do some things to make sure that you get more money through through the club sports and stuff. So we're working on that. We just officially became a club sport. I believe last year was our first full year. So we got some money, which helps with payment. I mean, it's an expensive sport, and especially in Kansas City with the lack of rinks. But it's been good to have the school support and that structure that you need. They've been great. So,
that you've made it when eventually you'll be able to take a big bus on a road trip, right?
Yes, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
And again, I know that you guys are a club sport. You just started, but there's no bus. You guys are doing it on your own, and that's got to be tough a little bit. But once that gets established and once things change, then obviously it's going to be a lot easier, because you guys can sleep for 5-6 hours whenever you're on a road trip, instead of trying to make sure that everyone gets there safe.
Arrive as a team, play as a team, win as a team. And I think that's going to be a big contribution, and we're working on that. There's just some things. We're a different club sport. A lot of other sports, they play on fields, 1 and 2, they don't have to travel like we do. So it's growing pains with the school, growing pains with us, but everybody's working together. It'll be good.
Andy McConnell joining us. Thanks so much, the head coach of the Kansas Jayhawks, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck for the rest of the season, except for today's game.
Yes, it'll be a good battle. We look forward to it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll be back. More hockey coming up.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
It's time to drop the puck on the second period. Here's Steve Casson.
It is a 1-0 lead for the Kansas Jayhawks over the Missouri State Ice Bears here after one period of play. Over on the other rink, it's 1-0, and I believe in favor of Arkansas over Nebraska. So a showcase which has been very successful in the eyes of all of us here who have put this on, myself included. But the final games of this weekend, somebody has a chance to go 2-1. At this point, Nebraska has a chance to go 2-1 in the tournament. Missouri State and Kansas have a chance to go 2-1 in this tournament. The only goal of the game right now is the goal by Bennett. And what can you say? It was really a nice pass. Just kind of a behind-the-back pass. And Kansas takes a 1-0 lead. That pass by Dawson Engel. Brevin Bennett. First 20 minutes on the clock as we get ready for period number 2. This time, Missouri State will skate from the right to the left, and Kansas from the left to the right. Last minute instruction and stretching and warm-ups, and we'll be ready for this next period of play. They've updated the shots. Shots are now 19-6, so 4 added shots in that period. So Graham Nave stops 18 of 19. And we are ready for period number 2. Chase Dobler comes in for Missouri State. And for Kansas, it'll be Nico Wasserstrom, and the Ice Bears will have control of the puck. Up to center ice, Dobler. Pulled off the play, but here comes Rita with a drive in and a save by Smith. He'll hold on there. Just underway in the second period. Steve Casson along with Alex Somm on WebSports Radio. Ice Bears have the puck off the draw, and immediately we're going to get a whistle for a penalty. This penalty will be assessed to Missouri State. It's a cross-check, and it goes against Dobler. Second power play for Kansas. Third penalty for Missouri State. We do have a couple of coincidentals. So off the draw, the Jayhawks will have it. Sent down in low on the near side boards. Gets over to Wasserstrom. Puck to the left side. Now up the middle, and Wasserstrom not able to connect properly. He was being hounded on that side, so now we cycle around again. Sent in low. Once again, Wasserstrom. Right face-off circle. Slowly, methodically, gets it high slot. Came over to Bachman. Once again, it'll go up the middle, this time to Mason, or Manson that is, sent behind the net as it was deflected. Wasserstrom. Kansas working the puck again. 1:10 to go on the power play. They're looking to take a 2-goal lead. Cycling it once again to the Jayhawks. Tipped in front, and it's broken up behind the net. Wasserstrom gets pushed off the play by the Ice Bears' Nolan Westhoff. It comes to the right, left side, that is. Now to the right side. High slot, actually. Instead, up the middle, it's tipped. Manson got the shot, and it was tipped backwards. And sent behind the Missouri State net. Chasing it hard is Bachman. Enough to get it over to McConnell. Back into the near side boards. Banked off the boards. Held in, now left side. Going to the bench is Reese Doughty. Drive in, save by Nave, rebound, and we're going to get a penalty. It goes against Kansas. It's a slashing call, and it will be against Wasserstrom. 4-on-4 for 18 seconds, and then Missouri State will have power play number 2. Penalties are evened up. Off the draw, the Ice Bears still can't get control. It'll be Kansas and Jeff Anderson. Now in 4 seconds, the Ice Bears will have a power play. Missouri State almost coughed it up. Now they will be on the power play for 1:39. That's what remains in this one. They trail 1-0 to the Ice Bears. At last check, Arkansas has a 1-0 lead over Nebraska. Shot sails in, missed wide in the near side boards. 21-7 of the shots in favor of Kansas. And Missouri State still trails 1-0. So Nave doing his best to keep Missouri State in this hockey game. Puck slapped all the way down. And a line change for the Ice Bears. Nick Gray having trouble with it. Chase Dobler out of the penalty box. He'll come down the right side. Sends it over to Palumbo. Back to Dobler. Dropped in low. Dobler skates out. Looking for somebody. Nobody on the left side. He was looking for that. Rita is there. He has been now double teamed, and the Ice Bears dig it out. Drive up and a save as Taylor Ellsburn got that one, and Smith is able to hold on with 30 seconds remaining in the power play. And 16:30 to go in this period. Drive in as Westhoff got that, saved by Smith. The rebound cleared into the corner. Now the Ice Bears with it again, getting hounded just a little bit was Elserbrand. Near side boards, up the middle, now right side, drive, score! The Ice Bears have tied this hockey game up. And it took all but 24 minutes to do it. Puck from Westhoff, and Missouri State evens this contest up at 3:51. Here in the second period, it's a 1-1 game. We know Westhoff gets an assist. Kevin Thurl will tell us the goal scorer. So the Ice Bears come again. That on their 10th shot. And I think it might be Jason Small. But we'll wait and see. Puck out to center ice in front of the Ice Bears bench. A defenseman
Missouri State
down.
Ice Bears power play goal scored by number 61, Christian Kuzo. Assisted by number 11, Nolan Westhoff. And by number 37, Tyler Ellsburn. Time of the goal at 3:51 of the second period. Scored in the power play by number 61. Assisted by number 11 and number 37.
And now it's one of those things where I say, I meant to say that. I was thinking Small when it was Christian Kuzo who I meant to say. But at any rate, it is a 1-1 hockey game here, and Kuzo does get the goal. I don't believe I've seen Small in the lineup today. Meanwhile, the Ice Bears have it again. Dallas. He'll chase it into the KU zone. Broken up. Sticked aside by Hendricks. Shoved into the zone and spun around back down to the Missouri State end. Grabbed into the corner by Vinnie Milburn. Sticks go flying. Work down in low. Intercepted. Taken away, and Anderson gives it over to the left side. Here's a drive in, save, Nave, rebound. It's moved as the drive from Dawson Engel was stepped aside. Shots are 23-10, but Missouri State has tied this game up. Still puck possession. Missouri State having trouble getting it out of their zone. They finally do flip it in all the way down, but no icing. Missouri State finishing up a line change. Here comes the Jayhawks across the line, left side. Now the right side in front. What a good play there as Kansas takes the lead. Miles Manson gets it. And KU has jumped back in front. You could kind of see that one developing. As the Jayhawks pull that 2-on-1 to perfection. The Ice Bears defense just left him open. This one at 6:24 of the period, and it is 2-1 Kansas. Manson will get it. And it is a 2-1 lead for the Jayhawks. On their 24th shot of the game.
Kansas goal scored by number 13, Miles Manson. Assisted by number 12, Preston McConnell, and number 23, Brent Bachman. Time of the goal at 6:35 of the second period. Scored by number 13, assisted by number 12 and number 23.
Two to 1 with 12:22 to go here at Mediacom Ice Park. Ice Bears still having trouble clearing it out of their zone, but a diving play does get it out by Carson Komar. So Missouri State, who had a power play goal by Christian Kuzo, have given that one up just about 3 minutes later. Here's Barry, flips it up into the right wing corner, and it is cleared out to center ice. Got it up over Connor Ryan's check. Line change for Kansas. Missouri State out of their own zone. They'll do the same once they get clear. Kuzo on the ice has the only goal for Missouri State. 11:20 to go, 2-1 in favor of Kansas. Ice Bears having trouble. Barry has it stolen. Here come the Jayhawks down the middle, a drive that's blocked in front. It came from Jeff Anderson and it got blocked in front, and here is possibly an opportunity for Missouri State, and getting upended is Christopher Rita. Back in the Missouri State zone. Barry, lead pass, gets it to Rita. He'll chase it in, no icing. Intercepted by Anderson of Kansas. Ice Bears steal it. Here's a backhander in by Chase Dobler, and it'll be Smith
Fans,
to hold
Bambinos
on. 10:44 remaining in the period. 2-1 in favor of Kansas. Take a look at the goals real quickly. This is the one by Bennett. That makes it a 1-0 game. Then Christian Kuzo, he's able to tip the puck in, make it a 1-1 hockey game. And then just moments later, it is Mason on the 2-on-1. And that's where we stand right now as we go back to live action. 10:23 remaining. A shot in. Nave makes the save. Chipped away by Gray and out to center ice. Here comes a 3-on-2 for Kansas. Broken up, though, as Engel was upended, but here comes Kansas again. Engel left side and drive, and a save by Nave as Engel passed it in front, and a good opportunity for Anderson, and Nave made the save on that. So Missouri State still trails 2-1. By all means, this should be a different hockey game. But Nave just coming up huge on that attempt. Here come the Ice Bears and Catalano. Drive off, that's blocked into the corner. Pass up in front, and as Catalano got the pass right up in front, it was Risser who just couldn't get a good stick on it. Now here comes Kansas, a drive that gets deflected in, up the middle, right side score. As it came off the back of the benches, or back of the wall, and Manson gets his second. Missouri State trails 3-1 on the second goal by Manson. And again, it's Missouri State failing to get possession of the puck. Off the back of the wall, right up the middle. So we go back to live action.
Kansas goal scored by number 13, Miles Manson, assisted by number 12, Preston McConnell. Time of the goal at 10:48 of the second period, scored by number 13, assisted by number 12.
So a 3-1 lead for Kansas on a pair by Miles Manson. Meanwhile, the Ice Bears get a shot in, just their 13th shot. And Smith will hold on there. Shots 28-13. Puck possession. That's been an issue for Missouri State. Out to center, where to be Ben Illis. He'll send it right back in. Ice Bears get a goal, and it's a different story. Right now they trail 3-1. At center, it is Jason Small who will send it up to the corner. And now to Westhoff. Gets a shot in, a bouncer that Chase Dobler's not able to grab. 7:40 remaining in the period. Puck taken away and cleared out, sent all the way down. Icing will be the call. Update from the West Rink. After one period of play, it is Nebraska 3-2 over Arkansas after one period of play. Meanwhile here, it's 3-1 in favor of Kansas over Missouri State. Shot in, steered aside by Smith, near side, to the line, and held in by the Ice Bears' Palumbo. 7:05 remains in the period. Palumbo to chase. Ice Bears have a man in front. That is Rita. Now the trailer in front, we're going to get a whistle as the trailer was Justin Koch, and a whistle is blown. What do we have? Nobody's going to the box, so apparently the net was dislodged. It is a 3-1 lead on 2 goals by Miles Manson. .625 remaining in the period. Have no idea who we'll talk to at the intermission break. We'll figure something out. Maybe an interview with head coach Cody Blevins of Missouri State. We'll replay that interview for you. Here comes in all alone, a break. Bennett, he shoots, he scores! Missouri State gives up a huge break again to Kansas. And Bennett is now in the running for a hat trick. This one started at the blue line of Kansas. Nobody there for Missouri State, and breaking in all alone is Bennett. So a lot of things to discuss for Missouri State, including how Bennett can have a break from the blue line on.
Play by number 16, Brevin Bennett. Time of the goal at 13:58 of the second period, scored by number 16.
So it is an unassisted goal, and Kansas has scored 3 consecutive goals to take the lead. Here they come again, and we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be a slashing call against Missouri State as Dawson Engel comes in, and he is slashed trying to get the shot off. 5:20 to go in this period. Westhoff will go. Power play number 3 for the Jayhawks. Kansas to work the puck. Down in low. Fresh power play with which to take a possible 4-goal lead. Sneaking in along the corner was Bachman, and it's broken up by Missouri State, cleared out to center.
Ice Bear number 11, Nolan Westhoff. 2 minutes for slashing at 14:40 of the second period. 2 minutes for slashing.
Now here as coming in and sliding down is Manson looking for the hat trick as he loses footing, but Missouri State on a line change. Kansas just finished theirs. They're coming into the Missouri State zone with authority. Drop back to Wasserstrom. He'll give it to the high slot to Manson, who will drop it down in low. Gray is there for Missouri State. Gray almost trips his man, no penalty. Puck to the corner, now left side, blast is blocked. That's McConnell who got that shot, and it's cleared. He'll go to the bench. It'll come back into the KU zone. 47 seconds remaining in the power play. .39. As a nice move by Bennett. He comes in, drops it off, and a score! As he dropped it off to Andrew Fisher, and Fisher gets it through the wickets. This one's a power play goal. It's the first power play goal for KU. They lead 5-1. So Kansas doing everything right. There's puck possession. There is the ability to move the puck and get the open man. This one makes it 5-1 here in the second period, and the fourth straight Kansas goal on their 30th shot of this hockey game. Here come the Ice Bears. They are 3-on-1 and a drive that is saved by Smith. That one came off of Catalano, and now we get a whistle for a stoppage in play. And it's going to be a penalty against Missouri State. Alec Risser boarding. Power play number 4 for the Jayhawks. So things going from bad to worse for Missouri State. They trail 5-1. They've been outshot 2-1. Here's a shot sailing wide by Nave.
Kansas goal scored by number 24, Andrew Fisher, assisted by number 8, Brad Glass, and number 16, Bevan Bennett. Time of the goal at 16:09 of the second period, scored on the power play by number 24.
And they score again. This one is a power play goal. It's 6-1. So Kansas working the play well. And again, they're moving the puck well too. They have 3 power play goals. They have a 6-1 lead here in the second period. And we'll catch from Kevin Thurl again the call on this goal.
Kansas goal scored by number 12, Preston McConnell, assisted by number 23, Brent Bachman, and number 13, Miles Manson. Time of the goal at 17:02 of the second period, scored on the power play by number 12, assisted by number 23 and number 13.
6-1 in favor of Kansas. And Kansas could go 2-1 in this hockey tournament. Or more of a showcase. It's been called the Pacific Showcase, the Missouri State Showcase, the Route 66 Showcase. Either way, it's been successful right now for Kansas. Here is Bennett looking for the hat trick. Sails it wide. Dobler for Missouri State. Can't clear it. Here's a shot as an Ice Bear is down. That is Barry. And we get a whistle for a stoppage in play. So the Ice Bears have given up a flurry of goals. It started with Manson on the bounce off the boards. That one made it a 3-1 game. Now it's 4-1 here, as breaking in all alone was Bennett. Fisher gets into the scoring through the wickets, and then McConnell, this most recent goal. And that's where we stand right now, a 6-1 affair as we go back to live action. 1:08 remaining in this period. Puck to the corner, it is cleared out to center ice. All the way down into the Kansas end of the ice, where Bachman will chase it. Across the line into the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears having all sorts of trouble with this puck. Back down to the KU zone with 40 seconds remaining. Here come the Jayhawks down the middle. Wasterstrom. Or excuse me. Yeah, that is Wasterstrom. Nave with the blocker shot from the right side from Bachman. Up the middle, the Ice Bears do not clear it. 18 seconds remaining. And now we get a whistle, and we're going to get a penalty, and it's going to go against Kansas. Nathan Dallas was upended. No, I take it back. It's going to go against Missouri State. It's an elbow call. It was away from the play, and I was looking at the incident at the blue line, but no, the official away from the play calls the elbow. So this is Gray going in. In the past 3 power plays have resulted in goals for Kansas, but luckily there's 11 seconds left in this period. Kansas with authority getting a shot off. That's McConnell. And we come the other way. Jason Small breaks in with 1 second. He shoots, and it's gloved by Smith. That's all he could do was get the shot off because he was running out of time, and Smith was able to glove that one down. Shots on goal in this period. Graham Nave faces, do my math here, 21 shots for a 2-period total of 33, and Smith with 10 for a 2-period total of 16. Penalties, Missouri State took a lot in that period. 5 penalties, 6 total for 12 minutes, and the Jayhawks, they took 3 penalties total for 6 minutes. Missouri State 1 for 2 on the power play. The Jayhawks are 3 for 4 on the power play. We came into this period a 1-0 affair with Bennett's goal. Then Christian Cuzo on a power play for Missouri State. And the Ice Bears seem to have some life. But then Miles Manson makes it 2-1 at 6:24 on another give and go. And gets another one at 10:48 on another bad pass off the back of the net. Then Kansas with straight power plays. First one by Bennett, unassisted. Breaks free, all alone to put it over the outstretched pad of the Ice Bears goaltender Graham Nave. Then another power play, this one at 16:09. Fisher gets it right through the wickets of Nave. And then McConnell makes it a 6-1 game again on the power play. And that's where we stand right now. as Missouri State having all sorts of trouble and Kansas having all sorts of great opportunities in this hockey game. So coming up in just a moment, replay a interview that I had with the Ice Bears head coach and Cody Blevins. Keep in mind this was a interview I had prior to the start of this hockey game and actually of this showcase, so very optimistic with this hockey club, but right now things are a little tough. We'll take a break and be back. 6-1 Kansas.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
Back at Mediacom Ice Park, the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Joining us now is the head coach of the Missouri State Ice Bears, and Cody Blevins. And Cody, you come off of a Nationals appearance, 28-9-1-1, your overall record last season, and right now you're ranked number 1 in the preseason poll from the ACHA. You know, you look at all that, and you look at all these accolades, and I'm sure you got to keep a pretty level head on your shoulders right now.
Oh, absolutely. Last year, our team just did nothing but set records, not only going to nationals, but having our first ever regionals win, and then winning that second game, and then going on to nationals for the first time. It was fun, and now that we are number 1 in the preseason, it's a blessing, but it's also kind of a bad thing because now we got a target on our back for the whole season, and especially with 3 great teams to start off the weekend here, it's going to be really, really tough.
Well, the biggest and toughest thing is you lose 5 of your top scorers, and one of them through attrition because he's now on the Division I team in Shane Thornton. But Leslie, Hummy, and Ranieri, those guys were leading the ACHA Division III in scoring at one point for the whole month of September and almost through October, and those guys are gone.
Yeah, those guys had played together on the same line for 3 years. It'll be hard to come across another line with that much chemistry. They were coaches. They are coaches every dream players. I mean, I couldn't ask any more of them. They worked 100% on and off the ice with each other, and like you said, it showed. They were top 15 in the nation in scoring, all 3 of them. So, and I couldn't be happier for Shane Thornton. It's kind of a good thing for us. It shows that just because you didn't make the D1 team this year doesn't mean all hopes are lost. That's a big thing with me and BJ is we want to push these guys. We want to push them to the next level. So just because you don't make it one year doesn't mean you can't make it the next. BJ
Norman, of course, your assistant coach, who was the head coach, but his other duties at the rink has kind of let you take part in that role. But yeah, that's the biggest thing that I think a lot of people don't realize or understand is that just because there's 2 teams or sometimes 3 teams, that it doesn't mean that one particular team is any better than the other. What it means is there's a chance to win a championship, and last year that was that chance. Now this year you have a little interesting situation with Chase Dobler dumping on, and I say they use the word dumping onto your team, and that's only because in ACHA Division I, they just passed the rule that you can play 5 years, but unfortunately he doesn't qualify for that, so he's still eligible. You're going to get a senior, a guy that's played in Switzerland on your team, so that's a positive. But regardless of where you play, the bottom line is these players want to play for a championship, and sure enough, last year that's exactly what happened. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really not only put butts in the seats, because honestly, when D3 started out, 10, 15, 20 people, and now 500 show up to see a hockey game.
No, the last game of the year last year was our senior night against Nebraska, who we faced tonight right off the bat, and the atmosphere was unbelievable. A lot of our guys, and including me, come to the D1 games, and they have, between 500 and 600 a game, unless they're playing Mizzou, when they got about 2,000 in here. And my guys enjoyed the moment. They lived in it, because that's not something that we get all the time. And hopefully this upcoming season, I know we've been promoting all of our home games a lot more this year to get, people in the stands to support us just as much as they do the D1 team.
Well, one of the biggest positives that you're going to have is you'll have a set of 7 o'clock games coming up in January. I know you'll like that.
Absolutely. Anytime we don't have to play at 9:45, it's very nice. And just recently we found out when we go to play Aurora, we play at 9:45 on Friday night, and we play at 9:45 on Saturday night. So then that's a nice 10-hour bus ride home after we're done at midnight on a Saturday.
Well, and hopefully you'll come back with smiles on your faces because of wins.
That's the plan. That's always the plan. If we win a weekend, then it's always a happy bus ride home.
You know, one of the things that's going to be tough this season for Missouri State is the fact that you have the showcase, then you have next Thursday with Robert Morris University Peoria, but then pretty much all of October and half of September, you are on the road. Now, you and I, of course, both worked on the schedule, and it's not like we planned it this way, but that's just the way things work out. You kind of piecemeal and get what you can take, and in this case, we're talking a lot of road games this season. It's a relatively young team, too, when you think about it, with the seniors that have graduated. What is your philosophy getting this team ready? Because they're going to be road warriors by the time this is all said and done.
My biggest thing, and we talked to the guys the last few weeks, because not only just the travel, we were actually on the ice last night. We're on the ice tonight, tomorrow night, Sunday. We have Monday off, then we're on the ice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which 3 of those being games as well. But we've told our guys, take care of yourselves, eat correctly, don't fill up on fast food and soda and energy drinks. Just hydrate, water, electrolytes, potassium, anything good you guys can put in your system. Do it. Bring snacks on road trips. Bring good snacks, peanut butter and jellies, bananas, whatever you guys can. That way we're not eating McDonald's and Burger King and all the fast food, because that right there will hurt us in the long run.
Talking with Cody Blevins, the head coach of Missouri State. Well, let me ask you this. I know that you're kind of not the type of coach that is going to immediately bring something up to a player, but if you see a player that's not eating well, and do you bring it up to them, and what do you do in situations like that when you know, hey, you got to keep your energy up, and maybe it shows on the ice?
And it can, definitely in practices, if you're seeing a guy that's real sluggish or, not playing to his full potential or what I expect to be his full potential, we'll grind it out in practice with them. When they're on campus and by themselves, it's really hard to keep an eye on. But when we're on the road, normally I will find a good Italian place or subs or something along the lines of that. That way, when we are on the road, I don't have guys walking to, like I said, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and they're getting something good in their systems.
I mentioned earlier, pretty much a sophomore and freshman-laden team. You do have 4 seniors, one of them who will be coming on in the second semester, and Sarah Sabo. Talk about her. When she got her first goal, she didn't really want to count her first goal. She didn't think it was that good of a goal. Her second one was bar down, and I know everyone talked about that one, but how much of a positive influence has she been on this hockey club?
And I'll say this on record is, if we had her for a full season, there's no reason she's not our captain. It's just hard to do something with somebody that we missed for the first 2/3 of our season. But she's everything, again, that a coach could ever want. She works hard off the ice. She keeps herself very, very healthy, as she's probably more fit than half the guys on my team. But on the ice, she leaves everything on the ice. She plays 110%. She's not scared of anybody on the ice. No matter how big, how small, she'll step right up, and she plays like one of the guys, and that's why she got her nickname Dave.
Well, she proved it on her first shift as an Ice Bear. She came out, and the first thing she did in the corner was hit somebody, and he almost fell down, and that was better than scoring a goal at that point. But and one of the reasons why she isn't on the team is she also plays soccer, and of course that sport starts before hockey, and that coach says, I understand how rough hockey is. You're staying as my goaltender or my goalie in soccer, and you can play when it's over.
No, absolutely. And I'd be the same way if I had a hockey player that wanted to play baseball. You can't touch the field until you're committed to us first. So I completely understand and respect that, and we're more than happy when she comes back in November, December, and gets to join the boys.
Look down your line and your lineup, that is, and a lot of Missouri players, and that's kind of to be expected. But it's starting to trickle through. You have someone who Carson Comer, who came from Michigan. You have a new junior, Christopher Rita, who came from Pittsburgh. People are starting to hear about Missouri State, and not necessarily because of the D1 team, but just to come out and play hockey, and they understand that there's only a limited amount of space on Division I, and they're okay playing on Division III. How much has being exposed by making a national appearance last season changed a lot of that?
It helped us out a lot this year. We had a lot of recruiting forums over the summer of kids wanting to come here and asking a lot of questions, and it was nothing but positive things. And another thing that's really starting to help with us going to nationals and whatnot was recruiting at the WSHL showcase in Las Vegas now. We have this on our resume. Hey, we're national bound again this year, and it's easier to talk to kids because as a 17, 18, 19-year-old kid, the first thing they're going to look at is, oh, how are they? How's their record? Where are they at in the standings? Anything like that. So building off of last season, hopefully we have another successful season going this year, and it'll just continue to grow.
Now, of course, Nebraska tonight, Arkansas tomorrow, and then on Sunday it is Kansas. But one of the things about Arkansas is currently the Ice Bears are sub 500 against Arkansas. That is 7-15 lifetime. You still have one team to play, but do you take a look at the other teams and start thinking about strategies and things, or do you just keep it one game at a time and work at it that way?
We stay one game at a time. It's like any sport. If you start looking too far ahead, you're going to do worse in the situation you're in at the moment. Like right now, we're not worried about Arkansas. We're not worried about KU. We're not worried about the rest of the season. We're worried about Nebraska. That's the team that stands in front of us, and that's the team that we got to take care of.
You will have a chance, of course, to play Nebraska again. There'll be another trip where, the Clash in the Corn showcase, you'll be able to go see them there. Speaking of showcases, 3 showcases this season. Not only the Clash in the Corn, but the Robert Morris University showcase that the Ice Bears are in. And then also just a regular season set of games with Nebraska. That's on December 1st and 2nd. So you'll be seeing Nebraska a lot this season, and Nebraska in the preseason poll was ranked number 4. Granted, preseason is preseason, and things can change, but you kind of almost think that you're going to gauge yourself a little bit along the season by how you play Nebraska.
Absolutely, and the last few years us and Nebraska have been neck and neck with each other about positional and rankings and whatnot, but the way they went to computer rankings this year is a loss at the beginning of the season can affect you the rest of the year. Nebraska being one of the top teams in our region, playing them 4 times can actually really help us or really hurt us. If we perform very, very well, or if we split with them, that's going to help us out in the long run for rankings. If we start to get beat by them quite a bit, if we lose 3 out of 4, it's going to hurt us in the long run. So especially with the new ranking system, a lot of the teams that we're playing are top 10 teams in our region from years past. So that's why we came up with a strong schedule this year, is because it may sound corny, but if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I said that on Lou Gamelin's podcast at Nationals last year, talking about our pool is, you look at these top teams in the country, they beat the better teams, and then they end up being the best team. So that's our goal, and that's what we want to accomplish.
Cody Blevins, the head coach of Missouri State. Cody, thanks so much, and good luck, and grab a couple of W's this weekend.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
Let's head for the 3rd period. Here's Steve Casson.
We are ready to drop the puck here at MediaCom Ice Park for period 3, as the Ice Bears will skate from the left to the right, and from the right to the left it will be the Kansas Jayhawks. But quickly the Ice Bears get a shot off, and that's Chase Dobler. Couldn't pick up the rebound, but Kansas will. Now keep in mind, there still is 1:26 remaining in the power play, as the Ice Bears had Gray in the penalty box towards the end of the period. So the good thing is that broke up the opportunity for Kansas. But for Missouri State, they still trail 6-1 in this game as we go into period number 3. 19-14 remaining. Here's a opportunity that is deflected out to center ice as Dawson Engel was able to get that one out in front, but it was deflected. Ice Bears steal the puck. 2-on-1 now. Shorthanded. A drive sails high. It's behind the net. That one came off the stick of Alec Risser. Near side boards now with 36 seconds to go in the power play. 18:48 remaining in the period. In the corner is Anderson. He tries to move it. Gets it to the right side. Now to the left side. And a shot by Nave, or a save that is by Nave, and the shot by Preston McConnell. It is cleared all the way down. In the KU zone. Here come the Ice Bears again. And we've got to double check. I'm not sure if that is Nave in nets right now. Puck back in the Missouri State zone. Line change for Kansas. Ice Bears have it right at the line. Broken up by, from Taylor Ellsburn. Here come the Ice Bears, just as far as center ice. Broken up by Kansas. And coming out to stick it into the corner is Nave. So Nave still in the net for Missouri State. He's wearing number 35 today. Normally he's number 50. Puck up the middle. Ice Bears get a backhander in, and Elsebrand is able to get the shot, but it gets deflected up and out of play. 17:21 remaining in the period. We know that in the second period it still is 3-2, Nebraska over Arkansas. That game, of course, will still be going, as ours may be finishing up, because we're in the third period here. Now we're going to get a penalty. And it looks like Brad Glass is going to go. Are we going to get an offside? That's what it is, an offside, because the referee that called that does have an armband on, and of course my first inclination was a penalty, but it is an offside. Near side boards in the Missouri State zone. Backhander that is stolen by the Ice Bears, and they'll come out of the zone. They work a 3-on-2. Blocker save is Smith as the shot came off of Westhoff. Now Small is in there. He's checked hard by Anderson of KU. Tipped in front after the shot by Berry. And Kansas will have it. Ice Bears with a line change. Drive in, save as Brad Glass got the shot. Near side boards with 16:28 to go in the period. Jayhawks with possession, a bouncing puck, now intercepted by Missouri State. Nolan Westhoff out of Baldwin, Missouri, the senior. Banks it to the corner, has to chase it, lets it go because he has some help. 16:05 remains, puck out to center ice. Taken by Anderson of Overland Park. Ice Bears trail 6-1 and have not had much offense to speak of in this hockey game. Here come the Jayhawks. They're 3-on-2 into the zone. Around the corner, it is Logan Halverstrom. Halverstrom gives up the puck, and the Ice Bears will have a 2-on-2. Shot in and a save by Smith. Lead pass left side, Anderson. He'll go behind the net. Stays in the zone. Up the middle. Working it, but intercepted. And the Ice Bears will take it. Across the line, here is Chase Dobler. Dobler behind the net, looking for somebody in front. Cut off there. Taken by Bennett. Has 2 goals, including a breakaway from his own blue line in. Up the middle, and it goes off the stick of Palumbo. Right in front. A backhander and a missed attempt by Rita. And the Ice Bears had all sorts of opportunities there, and they just couldn't get a handle on the bouncing puck. Cleared out to center. Missouri State will get onside. And here comes Rita. 14:23 remaining in the period. Ice Bears have it. Taken by Risser. A drive in and a save by Smith. Through some traffic, he'll hold on. 14:15 to go. Missouri State didn't think coming into this tournament, as we have a break by Manson into the Missouri State zone, but the Ice Bears catch up to that. I don't believe they thought coming into this tournament that they would only win 1 out of 3 contests. But it's looking that way with 13:54 to go as Missouri State trails 6-1. On 3 straight power play goals by Kansas and 5 straight goals by the Jayhawks. That goes back to the second period. Now a blast in, score. As the Jayhawks do it again, this is Manson who gets the hat trick. It's 7-1. Things breaking down for Missouri State defensively. As again, they work it to a trailer. And Miles Manson gets the hat trick here in the third period. Kevin Thurl will give us the call. 6th straight goal by the Kansas Jayhawks.
Kansas goal scored by number 12, Preston McConnell, assisted by number 13, Miles Manson, and number 23, Brent Bachman. Time of the goal at 6:30 of the third period, scored by number 12, assisted by number 13 and number 23.
Well, we need to take a look at that. Make sure that it indeed is McConnell on that. I think they got that wrong. We go back to live action. See if we can contact the scorers table and find out. Meanwhile, with 12:33 remaining, Missouri State will bring it into the KU zone. Ice Bears have it again, and they score this time as Chase Dobler digs it out from the left side and puts Missouri State on the board here in the third period. Play starts in the corner, and this one, just a nice one the second goal to beat Smith. We'll catch Kevin Thurl on these calls. But it is a 7-2 hockey game now. Left side drive, save as Bachman.
Missouri State Ice Bears goal scored by number 91, Chase Dobler. Assisted by number 19, Christopher Rita. Time of the goal at 7:39 of the third period, scored by number 91, assisted by number 19. Missouri State Ice Bears goal!
So 11:20 remaining, and the Ice Bears have cut it to 5. We will double check on that goal by Miles. With 10:43 remaining in this hockey game. Ice Bears with the line change. Here comes Wasserstrom. Left side to McConnell. In front, broken up by Christian Kuzo. Kuzo played defense for the Division I squad last season. Now he's a forward here on the Division III squad. Puck sent into the KU zone with 10:01 remaining. Ice Bears now with a little bit of life. They do have some time. Here is Westoff getting a partially fanned on shot. Gets it up the middle. Rita's there. Now worked down by Small. He's going to come in front of the net. We're going to get a slashing call against Kansas. So the Ice Bears work on the power play. This will be power play number 3 for Missouri State. Wasserstrom will go. Just the 4th penalty for the Jayhawks. A power play for Missouri State. They get one here. They'll cut it to 4. It goes to Gray. He gets a shot off, and Smith steers it aside. Behind the net, Small looking in front. Palumbo goes to Dobler. Back to Palumbo. He shoots, and it was just missed wide. On the back end was Rita. Now to Dobler again, and he'll get a drive in, and it'll be gloved by Smith. Still no indication on the goal scorer. If we can, we'll try to take a look at that one more time, but meanwhile, shot by Palumbo is deflected over to Gray, and Gray will send it to Rita. Ice Bears work down low. Palumbo pulled off the play. Good check there by Bachman of KU. Bachman still with a hit. Ice Bears have it, and nothing doing for Rita. Palumbo follows up with a shot. Gray keeps it in. Getting dumped in front was Small. Goes to the right point. Held in by Dobler, but it's cleared out to center ice as it got deflected. 45 seconds left in the power play. 7-2 Kansas. They got the first goal and never looked back. Missouri State tied it up on a power play, but that's been it. Barry gets it in low. Shot comes in front, tipped in front, save, rebound, score! Taylor Elserman will get the goal on the second effort rebound. It starts at the blue line as the Ice Bears work the second effort. Dobler with the initial shot. Well, actually, we'll catch up with that. That was the play before that. See if we can grab it now here as the Ice Bears work the play to the corner. And here is the second effort putback shot. And it is now a 7-3 game. Kevin Thurl will do the honors. Or maybe not. But we know their goal is Taylor Ellsburn's goal. And the game is getting a little bit closer here.
Missouri State Ice Bears power play goal scored by number 37, Tyler Ellsburn. Assisted by number 11, Nolan Westhoff. And by number 6, Carson Komar. Time of the goal at 12:06 of the third period, scored in the power play by number 37, assisted by number 11 and number 6. Missouri State Ice Bears power play goal.
Have an update on the West Rank. After 2 periods of play, Nebraska leads Arkansas by a score of 4-2. So Nebraska looks like they will be the only team going undefeated in the showcase. Here come the Ice Bears again. A drive just missed wide, and the Ice Bears need that one. That was Ashton Clark's shot. Now to the corner is Wasserstrom, and it's bounced up high where the Ice Bears will bring it into the zone, across the line, poked away from Gray. Now a shot in, saved by Smith. Missouri State with it again. Here they come with a drive from Clark. It's blocked, taken away by McConnell. And he will clear it into the Missouri State zone. Gets just as far as the blue line, and the Ice Bears will kick it right back out. Lots of goals in this hockey game, 10 to be exact. The only one we're still unsure of is if Mason Miles got a hat trick or if it was McConnell's goal. Into the KU zone, Bachman's there. With 5:17 to go. Drive in by Dobler is gloved down with 5:12 remaining. Play is underway. The Ice Bears have it. A broken stick, or a drop stick that is, by Palumbo. He picks it up. And he touches it with a high stick, but Kansas will grab it. Here's Glass across the line. Left side. Gets it over to Isles. Now with 4:47 remaining, the puck is out to center ice, and Missouri State will work the puck. Stick goes flying. That's the one of Brandon Burgess. He goes to the bench. 4:38 remains. Here's a blast in that sails wide, far side boards. Grabbed by Ryan, and Ryan for KU will clear it to Isles. .416 remains. And Missouri State running out of time, but they have good pressure here. Side of the net, puck poked away by Risser, or from Risser. .341 remains. Into the KU zone. Westhoff has it poked away. Risser's there, but intercepted. Bennett. He'll send it in. Bennett has 2 goals. Miles has 2 goals. And at this point, we will give goal number 7 to McConnell. That's who the officials said. With the assist going to Mason. Or excuse me, Manson. Ice Bears out of their own zone with 2:43 remaining. Catalano as the Ice Bears put some pressure on. And they score a goal. Ben Smith hesitated, and Missouri State makes them pay. So the puck comes in innocently. Smith just waits and waits and waits, and coming in, getting the goal for Missouri State to make this a 7-4 game with 2:37 remaining. The goal will be Carson Komar's goal. And Kansas takes a timeout.
Ice Bears goal scored unassisted on the play by number 6, Carson Komar. Time of the goal at 17:23 of the third period, scored by number 6, Missouri State Ice Bears goal.
Komar with the tally, and Missouri State trails by 3. You break it down, you have to get a goal every 45 seconds. Play is at center. We're going to get a penalty, and it is touched up by Kansas. So Missouri State on the holding call will have a golden opportunity. Face-off should stay in the zone. Power play number 4. 5th penalty for Kansas. In the box is Doughty. And Missouri State, as the face-off is cleared out to center ice, will set things up. They get it into the zone, and they just coughed it up. Well, they'll have to chase back with 1:47 to go. Play at the KU line, across it. Here is Dobler. Ice Bears trying to work this, and they can't. It's broken up and cleared, 1:49. We'll see if they pull the goaltender with 1:26 to go on the power play. I doubt that they will, but 1:42 remaining in this game. Missouri State trails by 3. Finally started to turn things on in the third period, but a little too late. Rita sends it in. Ice Bears chase, that's Dobler. Lead pass all alone was McConnell, but it was too far for him, and the Ice Bears will set things up again. 1 minute to go in the power play. 1:19 remaining in the period. Dobler is there to chase it down. Pushes his man into the corner. Puck is flipped up high, stays in play. Westhoff gets it down in low. Dobler gets a stick held. It's behind the net. Ice Bear falls down, goes to the near side. And with 38 seconds to go on the power play, a shot in, score from an odd angle, low along the goal line. Christopher Rita gets it. It's 7-5, but there's 53 seconds left. That is a power play goal. 1906 will be the official time of the goal. Missouri State takes a timeout. Now you have to break it down and get 2 goals in about 20 seconds each. So the Ice Bears make quick work of things, but again, it's a kind of a little too late as they've been running out of time. This one was just a nice tip in from low along the goal line. A lot of goals, a lot of power play tallies too. Each team 3 for 3 in the power play. And here comes the puck with 45 seconds left. And I'll have to double check the power play tallies, because actually Missouri State is 4 for 4 on the power play. Here's a bouncing puck, comes in with 30 seconds left. 4 for 4 is Missouri State on the power play.
Missouri State Ice Bears power play goal scored by number 19, Christopher Rita. Assisted by number 5, Craig Berry. And by number 91, Chase Dobler.
Meanwhile, the Ice Bears have pulled the goaltender, but we are going to get a penalty.
Time of the goal in 1906 in the third period, scored the power play by number 19, assisted by number 5 and number 91.
And it will go against Missouri State. Westhoff will go. Seven penalties, 14 minutes for Missouri State. 10 penalties. Excuse me, 5 penalties, 10 minutes for Kansas. And the token faceoff will come. And the final score, it is Kansas going to a record of 2-1. Missouri dropping to 1-2 as Kansas wins this game by a score of 7-5. Go over the goals quickly for you. We'll go back into the first period, where it is Bennett getting the first goal for Kansas. That makes it a 1-0 hockey game. Christian Kuzo on the power play for Missouri State at 3:51, and it's a 1-1 affair. Then at 6:24, the first of 2 officially, Miles Manson, McConnell and Backman with the assists to make it a 2-1 game. And then Manson again on another back-to-back goal, 10:48. It's 3-1. As he's right in position on the left side. Missouri State trails as that one was a power play, or excuse me, that was an even strength goal, and they trailed it 3-1. But then Bennett gets his second goal, and this one is a break all alone from the blue line in. And Missouri State finds themselves with the power play goal trailing 5-1. It's 6-1 when Fisher gets into the scoring act, again on the power play, on another good give and go. And Missouri State at that point trails 6-1. Another power play goal. This one they're going to give to McConnell, as he gets the first of now officially 2. That's number 1. And then number 2 comes at 6:30 of the third period. Manson with the assist. 7-1 at that point. But Missouri State comes back with Chase Dobler getting a goal for the Ice Bears. The assist goes to Rita, and it is 7-2. And some life for Missouri State. Then at 12:06, it is a power play goal. This one is scored by Missouri State's Taylor Ellsburn, and the Ice Bears are starting to claw their way back. They do get another power play goal. Carson Comer with his second. And he just comes in, steals the puck away from the goaltender, who really didn't think Comer was going to race for it. And the Ice Bears, for good measure, at the end, Rita gets a goal, and really a nice tip-in from low along the goal line. And that's where we end up with a final score of 7-5. So the Ice Bears will end up playing next week. That's a Thursday game. That'll be right here at Mediacom Ice Park, 7 o'clock, against the University of Robert Morris Peoria. So we hope you'll be there for that. We, of course, will not have that broadcast, but the next broadcast we'll have will be Missouri State's Division I team. That's next Friday, and they will play against the Southern Illinois Edwardsville Cougars. Ice Bears, though, go 2-1, and unfortunately have a rough time doing anything here in tonight's game, as Kansas, till the end that is, ends up winning 7-5. I'm Steve Casson for Alex Somm. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.